Yeah! That's a neat camping chair you got there, Owen. You want some beer?
That the battery's going, I think.
Kelly, what year there was a ship that sailed from?
Oh, God, I don't remember that.
It's really easy.
I don't remember, and the battery's going on this thing. I gotta go charge it up.
Kelly, that's a great song.
I think I can play it.
Kelly should sing it, though.
You guys, I totally don't even remember what you're talking about.
That sailed along the lonely sea.
Why don't you sing it?
I don't know it. And they feared it would be taken by the span. I don't know the song.
Don't ask me.
Ted's been learning to get her.
Hey, this is for Susan.
Say hi to Susan.
Hi, Susan. Hey.
Hi! Whoa! I've never
Terry,
seen one of these
I'll
things.
do impersonations for.
It's the last ever bonfire, Susan.
Okay, wait. Do impressions.
Wait.
Ted's gonna do
My
impressions.
impression or impersonation?
Whatever.
Well, what
You
is
gotta
it?
hurry up, my battery's running out.
My impersonation of Dad at every bonfire. Jesus Christ! Right, there you go. All right.
Great.
Perfect.
All right.
He's
and
getting an academy
who
for
should I
that
do?
one.
Pick anyone.
Do Susan.
I do.
Yeah, do Susan.
Do Susan.
Yeah. What does she do all the time?
Susan, you've been gone so long we can't remember.
No.
Who's Susan?
Oh, we got a replacement for Susan. Where is she? Shoot. Where's our replacement Susan? There she
Jocelyn.
is.
You have to get closer. It's not going to illuminate her from that distance.
Jocelyn has asthma.
Jocelyn. Oh, that's Mary Jo. Oh, there she is. Hello.
Hello.
All right, I gotta go charge up my battery, I think. Carrie, wait a minute.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to Seattle.
Yeah, I know. I'm leaving.
I'm moving to Seattle.
But once she was in a good mood. No,
Hey,
I'm
wait.
just kidding.
Kelly.
We miss you.
Kelly. Susan, you want a boot?
And he thought it looked
Yeah?
He didn't see no letter.
That's all.
Okay, all right, I think I'll go check.
Alex told us a dirty joke, and none of us got it. None of us got the joke.
What was the joke?
Wait, it's not flashing.
It's
It doesn't have to be flashing. Oh, okay.
No, if the battery's flashing, that means the
Oh,
battery's
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Well, plug it in so it's not flashing.
What was
It
the
was a
joke?
pretty long joke, but I'll try to tell the short version. Let's see. All right, this kid, I don't really remember it, but we were all outside, and we thought the parents were sleeping. It was pretty late. I guess it was like 2 or 3 in the morning.
How old
We were like 10, maybe a little older. And Alex, Ben, then he was Hieronymus, and this is one of the first times I remember bonfire. Oh no, I remember my first ever bonfire memory is when, well, we were singing and just doing stuff with Mom. She was singing like Casey Jr.'s coming down the track, and then I remember a bonfire when I was about 5 when I stepped on a coal. Grandpa, yeah, it really hurt. But then I remember a bonfire where Alex, nice necklace, told us that dirty joke, and it was, all right, this kid went to school and the teacher, I can't remember. The kid went to school and the teacher, I can't remember. Wait a minute. The kid went to school and something happened, and he had to. The priest said he was going to come over for dinner or something like that. I don't know. Wait a minute.
Dirty. Now that's dirty.
Well, wait, you remember it, I'll tell you.
All right.
Never mind.
All right, the priest was going to come over for dinner that night for some reason. I can't remember the way Hieronymus explained it. But anyway, the kid was in the house, and he was watching his dad do work, and his dad was hammering, and he hit his finger, and he went, "Ah, bitch! You bitch!" And the kid said, "Daddy, what's a bitch?" And he said, "Oh, a bitch is a holy person." He said, "Oh, okay." So then he went upstairs to help his mom, and his mom was folding the clothes, and she dropped some of the clothes, and when she went to pick it up, it ripped. And she said, shit! And he said, or no, she was fixing dinner, and she dropped some of the food, and she said shit, and he said, what does shit mean? And I'm telling this really bad because I don't remember the joke. I'm remembering it as I tell it. And she dropped some of the food, and she said, shit, and the kid said, Mommy, what does shit mean? And she said, oh, that's what you call dinner. Oh, okay. So then, his older brother was walking through the living room later, and the parents were upstairs, doing the funky cold Medina. And,
Wait, what were they doing?
the funky cold Medina.
How did that go?
The funky cold Medina. And the parent and the older brother walked in, and he's like, oh. Or something like, wait a minute.
Dang.
I can't remember what he said. He said the F word. He said, fuck. And he said, or wait. No, he went upstairs. Oh,
It's gonna take a real long time.
Yeah, there is no older brother. He went upstairs, and the parents were getting ready for dinner. And they were changing their clothes.
Well,
and
funky cold Medina.
no, there was no funky, or disregard that. There was no funky cold Medina in this joke. Well, you'll see.
Ixnay on the Unky Faye.
Yeah. And he was watching his parents get ready for
Dinner.
the priest to
Or
come
sex?
over. No, there was no sex.
Okay.
There's no sex.
Okay.
And his dad ripped his coat, his dinner jacket, as he was putting it on, and he said, fuck. And he said, Mommy and Daddy, what does fuck mean? Oh, that means when you're dressing and getting ready for dinner. Oh, okay. So the bell rang, and he ran down and, oh, go answer the door. So the kid runs down there, and he answers the door, and it's the priest. And this is what Hieronymus told us. He opens the door, and he says, hi, bitch, shit's on table. Mom and Dad are upstairs fucking. And then the thing about that was, yeah, it's not, I mean, and we all kind of laughed like we knew it, but we didn't know that was going on. We just thought it was a bunch of swear words.
Which is all it means to a 10-year-old.
Right. Although we knew the other words, we just didn't know the F as a verb. And so, anyway, the next day, Mom and Dad were sitting in the kitchen, and I was sleeping on the living room floor. Remember that green fucking carpet? Yeah. Anyway, I was sleeping like next to one of the ripped carpet holes, and I woke up and I could hear them talking, and Dad says, yeah, that Hieronymus was telling him this joke, and he told her the whole joke. They thought I was sleeping, and I heard it, and then I'm like, no! And then Mom goes, did they laugh? Did they think it was funny? And he goes, well, I don't really think they knew what it meant, but they laughed.
What does it mean when it flashes and it's like 4:30?
I brought my water.
Oh, the secret passageway.
Oh my god, that's right. We used to pretend it was a secret passageway.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's pretty secret on the side of the house now. That's quite a secret.
Didn't we ever used to pretend
And passageway to what? The kitchen.
Oh no. That was cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and somebody said you have to have the light on when you're outside, which is right up at the top. Okay.
Everybody!
Take it on the run, baby. If that's the way you want it, baby. Then I don't want you to run.
Gary, you're not going to get it with that little light. You got to get closer.
Yeah, you gotta get really close.
You got to get really close.
Alrighty.
You got to get like 5 feet away,
Hey,
Gary.
Steve,
Good
you're
job,
not
guys.
Wait,
Dad gets here, he wants you to play the
Long Tall Texan.
Right. Audrey, let Mom play a good song.
To the cattle as he sways.
Here, honey.
Back and forth. Kelly, remember that one? Back and forth in the saddle on a horse, a pretty good horse with the syncopate.
Wait, we can't hear it. Audrey,
Such an
let's
oddly
listen. We can hear
meter to
it.
the road. Peter as he swings.
I don't remember.
Back and forth in the saddle, all the western folk all know. What do they know? That he's a highfalutin, rootin' tootin' son of a gun from Arizona.
Ragtime cowboy, talk about your cowboy. Ragtime cowboy Joe.
Joe.
Ragtime cowboy.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a ragtime cowboy.
No, ragtime.
Audrey.
Campers, high five for camping. Hikers Club? Little Hikers Club. Tomorrow, go hiking. Go hiking. You gonna give me a snap? Are you gonna give me a snap?
Yeah.
Where's your snapper? Woo! You want to give me a high five, don't you?
No. I want to give you a snap.
You want to give me a snap? I don't know where your snapper went. Maybe it's in the tent. On it? It's my imagination, but yeah. Leave it in the tent? I don't think it ever was in the tent. Oh. Mom, play a song for your granddaughter.
You know what's a good idea? Yeah, you know what's a good idea?
I'm gonna scoop you up.
Take a bar of soap.
What's up with that? Is that Long Tall Texan? But we don't, we don't know the words, so you have to sing it.
I don't know the words either.
Oh, he's full of it.
I don't.
It goes, well, I'm a long, tall Texan. But that's all I know.
Yeah, Dad.
Judith T.
Oh, but I think Dad's at the office. He might not get here tonight.
Yeah, I know. Jokes about drunk dad. Hot as a bonfire.
Well, you know, slow down your room too bad.
Yeah, sing that, Mom.
Yeah, go ahead.
Carrie's some problems.
Okay, but
Why don't you
I
guys
really
both
know
sing it? We'll all sing it. Start playing it.
Just we'll all start singing.
No, that's all right. Want to pick?
Feeling groovy.
I forgot that I did it. So just
Ruby.
Hey, Mom.
Does that hurt your fingers when you're...
Mom, tell your story about your cousin Pat.
Mom, play Gonna Be a Rock Star.
Play ballroom.
Play ballroom blitz.
Play Gonna Be a
I
Rock Star.
heard that on the radio the other day.
Here.
A ballroom blitz.
I don't know the story about my cousin Pat.
About all.
Leg.
How did you break his leg? How'd you break his leg?
Brother, my cousin, broke his collarbone, and my brother shot him in the knee.
Bad luck, Pat.
And Pat moved out of state. And I every now and then I say, Pat, are you out there? 'Cause he has email now, and I got an email from him. I said, you're not coming back, are you? You think we're gonna do something to you?
Tell us about
Why
how you
did you
broke his
shoot
knee.
him?
Hmm?
Why'd
He
you
didn't
shoot
mean
him?
to shoot him. None of us meant to hurt him. It was just accidental.
They meant to kill him.
We didn't care if it hurt him. We just wanted him dead.
You guys can move up.
When I was playing a game with him, you know, when his leg got broke, and
A game called Who Can Break Pat's Leg?
A game called Let's Bend It This Way.
no, we were playing on the farm and jumping. And
Whose
then
farm?
His brother,
Whose farm?
Their farm. And we were just jumping and having a good time. But I was 2 years older, and I told Pat, because we were.
I'm gonna step and break on you.
No.
My aunt and uncle had the farm, and so we went out to the farm, you know, and it was like the day they were filling the silo. And so Uncle Harlan said, stay away from the silo. So that was, go to the silo. So we headed right out to the silo, of course. And
How old were you?
I was 6 and Pat was 4.
So
And
Pat was Audrey's age.
Yeah, yeah. And I suggested we
Shot of Audrey
yeah.
at age 4.
Here's what a 4-year-old looks like.
I suggested we play fireman. And so what we would do, there were
set
steps.
Pat on fire.
There were steps up to the silo, which we were supposed to stay away from. And you would go up, and each time you go up, you'd jump off. Because that's what firemen do. That's
Jump off silos.
Yeah, I guess. I made up the game. How would I? So I would go, and each time, and then Pat had to follow. Because I was the leader, because I was older. And so then the next time we'd go up another step farther. And so we kept going up and up and up. And I'd jump off, and then Pat would jump off. And the last time he fell and he broke his leg. I mean, I didn't know he broke his leg immediately.
You threw him around.
But tell him what happened when you went
made
to
him
go.
up a few more flights and jump down before you realized Pat's leg was falling off.
He couldn't get up.
He couldn't get up anymore. And he said, I didn't get up. And he says, go get Dad. I know. And I didn't want to get in trouble,
So you left him out there.
So I ran up to the house and I thought, oh God, now we're going to get in trouble. And I saw my uncle and he says, oh, go tell your Aunt Ruth we need some boards. I said, okay. So here's poor Pat lying out in the barn with his broken leg. And I'm running around. I'll go tell Aunt Ruthie we need some boards.
Boards?
They were building the new house, weren't they?
I don't know what was going on. No, they were
No,
filling the
apparently you
silo.
don't.
They were doing something in the field. And my mom was out there helping, And so I was helping
So
too.
whoever got back to Pat?
Eventually I
No one to this day.
Like how long was it?
It was a while. And I said,
4-year-old with a broken leg.
That poor kid was probably in such shock.
and eventually I said, Pat.
By the way, Pat passed out the barn about yesterday. I forgot about him.
And we were all so excited because, then Aunt Ruthie put him in the car, and she was going down the driveway. And said, wow, she's going 50 miles an hour. We were so excited. We never seen her drive that fast. It was the funniest thing. And, well, the horse apparently didn't obey real well because all of a sudden Roger said, whoa!
And he broke his collarbone? Oh, then?
Oh, maybe a year later.
It's like Millhouse,
And so then, maybe the next year, my brother had gotten a gun, and he was old enough, because he was the oldest
Because
of
he
all
was
4 of
9 and all.
And they went up in the woods to...
He couldn't have been but 9 years old.
No, he's probably 12.
Oh, well.
Well, 12's old enough for a gun.
Carry a rifle.
And he shot in something you're not supposed to do. He shot down into the tree, and the bullet went through the tree and hit Pat in the knee. It was just like, oh man, poor Pat. Something always happened to him.
It's a wonder he's not dead. Poor Pat.
And all of us live around here except Pat moved far away. And we often wonder if the reason he moved far away was because of us.
Fear of his life.
To keep his limbs. I would move away from you.
Hey, Carrie, want to have a beer chugger contest?
I can't. You saw me in the Beer Olympics.
I mean, Scott and I played.
pretty sad.
Terry?
It was me against some 50-year-old factory worker. I was like, okay, this isn't gonna happen.
I was at your wedding. At your wedding, Terry, I was so profound. I was just
We all know.
Did you have a good time?
Hey, Terry, favorite bonfire memory?
I don't know.
Audrey going nappy.
Susan won.
Okay.
I like the time that James got caught in the fire. I thought that was fun.
Yeah, that was a bonfire that Mom didn't know about.
Wasn't there a time that Jeffy and stayed over and we came out in the morning and served them burnt toast and cold coffee?
Yeah.
That was a good. I think I was like 4.
No, you were older than that. I was like 4. You were like 7.
Hey, camper boy.
Yeah,
Not
that
me.
was my favorite.
Your favorite food?
That's a
don't
good
want to.
memory.
Oh wait. Got it, please.
Oh, man. Hey, did you guys read The Onion about a month ago? Tenacious D was interviewed in that.
Oh yeah.
I heard about it. I didn't read it.
You know, it was serious. Have you heard of those AV things in The Onion serious?
Yeah.
Well, I know.
Yeah. The AV Club?
Yeah.
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 That's serious journalism.
Well, that's part it is. You know, I thought of a good headline for The Onion. 8 Ball is fraud.
Yeah.
Fraud.
Oh, I thought that was Carrie James
That
saying
and the
Kelly.
exchange rate, they could have like in finance, they could have
Well, she fell asleep on my lap at
bird in the
Christmas.
hand, you know, they could have finance.
I think she might do the same.
Overseas finance exchange rate. Bird in the hand only worth.
We should sing her song.
Hey,
Carrie James.
Carrie.
What?
Okay, now this is my. I don't know if it's the earliest memory that I have, but I remember. We used to sit over there, remember? And there was that little circle
Yeah.
of stones.
Yeah.
And that's the first one that I remember. And sitting around that little tiny little bonfire.
It was a little campfire.
Kelly, you have some on your chin. Yes, and then boy, I just got scared in the house. And
Scared of the house or in
the house. Oh, and I remember Mom telling a ghost story.
I remember. What ghost story was it?
Something about roller skates, and then she
I got
sang.
a brand new pair of roller skates. You got a brand
I don't know why roller skates were scary. I don't know.
No. I remember the first one of the first.
line. I got a brand
No,
new pair
Mom,
of
you
roller
gotta
skates.
tell that
You got a
story.
brand new pair.
It used to scare
Yeah,
the
you
bejeebers
did.
out of me.
Yeah,
I
tell a
used to
ghost
make
story.
I made somebody sit behind me so that no evil things could come up.
Yeah,
behind
but
me.
Kelly,
Kelly, that's what I
you
remember.
were sort of an exception to the rule.
Over there where Baron's buried. They having the bonfires over there.
That's
Right over there.
I remember the pit over there.
Where's
Mom,
Where is he
remember when we
buried?
had the goldfish? We
Wait.
buried him over here.
But didn't we bury Friday? Yeah, we buried the goldfish over there.
We
buried Friday. Cindy.
And I came over one day and I went in the house, I was crying. Mom's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, Flipper's dead. She's like, yeah, it's sad, isn't it?
Friday's buried
Fish.
over there too. And
We named it
Sylvia-
Flipper and it flipped out of the
Are they
fucking
all-
bowl and went under the fridge. And then Darla got stuck in the shell. We were looking all over for this fish. It was a fishbowl this big. We couldn't find it. And Mom takes, well, I figure she disappeared. You know, we were looking in the fridge because that's where Flipper was. So we take the shell out and it falls out of the shell. Well, I guess that's where Darla was. She got wedged in between the, I don't know how she.
That's like Sylvia's kittens, who one of them we found under the toy box.
Sylvia's buried out there. Sylvia's buried out there, and Friday's buried over there too. Remember?
I don't remember burying any of
Someone's buried by the tree up there. Isn't one of them buried up
I can't
there
see where you're pointing.
behind the fire?
You're like Max.
Yeah, that was really concerning.
Where you're pointing.
So much. All I remember is like, when Baron died, we thought we'd find him under that tree over there. Of course, the tree was gone now.
But it was so.
And because he would like lie down
Yeah.
in front of that tree, So.
Yeah, there used to be a tree over there.
But then, like, Dad was digging a hole. And I was like, wait a minute.
And he was drunk.
And there's tree roots. So, I mean, the plan was to go down 6 feet, and then I got about 2 feet and thought this will do.
Dad and Mom were really upset. I mean, I remember.
That'll work.
I remember the day we found Baron. Everybody was crying. It was so sad.
I don't remember.
You were making pancakes.
I don't remember being upset. I remember Mom and Dad being really upset. In the
Oh,
kitchen.
everybody was. That was our first pet who got killed, and then there were the other
That
10.
wasn't the first one that got killed.
By a car. The next sure was.
Others were killed before Baron.
Not by a car. Baron was the first. Because Gracie was not killed by a car.
How did Gracie die? Gracie died by a car.
No, she didn't. Neither did Mikey. Mikey we had to send off to the Humane Society.
Gracie died by a car. They all pretty much died by cars.
I remember the last one, Molly, that died, and
Oh God, that was.
Mom, you were really upset, and you made me go out in the road and see if it was her. You did. You were like, I can't handle it. You go see. You're like, that's it. No more pets. When I came back in, you were like, no more dogs.
I don't even remember Molly dying.
Run out in the road to see.
Yeah, you did. Mom, it was on the road.
I did not.
There was a dog on the road, and you made me go do an ID check.
You know what I remember Mom used to do?
Yeah, you did.
You know
Hoping
what
you
Mom
would get hit by the next car.
No, Mom used to do this. She used to say, we'd be like, Mom, we'd be getting ready for school. Mom, where are my shoes for school? She'd go, I'm not your mother.
Oh my God, I don't
Remember? She used to say, I'm a robot. I took over your mother. And we'd be like,
No.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
That's what Susan.
No, that's what Susan and Terry did to me.
Mom did that too.
That's
we
what.
used to walk at Carrie Jane with knives and forks, and we would say,
We're not the real Terry and Susan.
Yep.
They're tied up in the closet.
And we're going to eat
and we wouldn't
you.
stop until she'd cry, and then Mom would always say, "Are you happy now?" She's crying,
And we'd be
and
like,
we kind of were.
oh, yeah.
So
Because
yes,
Susan thought it was cute when I cried.
it was cute when you cried because you were
It
such
was.
a fatty boom blatty.
Yeah.
She was 2-ton tinkle,
Yeah, that was my nickname.
the fat ballerina.
So,
A lot of flattering
And Mom
nicknames.
used to chase Kara Jane with a vacuum cleaner till she cried.
Yep. And
Now
one
that
time,
was cruel.
one time we were at Pets, and Mom told Carrie Jane that those were man-eating plants, and Carrie was bawling because she thought
because Ted.
being eaten by the.
What happened?
No, because Mom said, we're walking through Petrifying Springs, and Mom said, be careful, those are man-eating plants. And right after she says that, Ted jumps into a bush and is like, oh, one's got me. I like ran off.
Wah, started crying.
My God.
Remember when we were up in Door County and Mom wanted to trick us? So she
I
hid
remember
behind.
that.
We got off on Washington Island. Mom goes off ahead of us like a mile, hides behind these trees, and
So she
then
can
we
jump out at us and
hitched a ride to the middle of the island
From a woman from Kenosha.
from a woman from Kenosha and forgot that Mom was somewhere else, and Mom waited to scare us.
She had hidden behind a tree and was going to pretend she was a bear.
And we never came. So the woman went back and got Mom.
Well, we thought it was weird when we were driving along that we never passed Mom. We're like,
Yeah, we're like, there's one road. There's one road.
Fast. Where is she? And
I
Mom's
just
sitting
remember,
there waiting to
I
jump
remember
out at us.
that when I worked up there and you guys came up there,
That was that time.
it was
We
like,
camped at Aqualand.
yeah, and there was
Because it had a
this
pool.
shitty- actually it was all right, but it's like, you know,
Wah,
people
wah,
who go up to
wah.
Door County have a lot of money, and we were like, wow, this is great, you know, Aqualand.
No, it's
Well,
really
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the story.
Okay.
Cool.
We'll do some editing later.
I remember, here's a good story. I remember one night we were having a bonfire before we went up to Door County, me and McCowan and Legal and a few other. What is yours?
I didn't know whether the constable she'd worked for was had been. I didn't know whether.
That's just one of the grandpas. And Mom goes, is that Grandpa Eric? And Audrey goes, no, that's Grandpa Mac. Just like that. And Mom goes, oh, he's kind of loud. She goes, yeah, that's Grandpa Mac.
Hey, Kelly, I brought that other stuff up there.
Oh, okay, thanks.
I was just wondering.
You guys,
I mean,
she's
I haven't.
so
Wow, I haven't
funny
had
right
it.
now. It is unbelievable.
Because the other one was
We're
10
cracking up.
inches. She's slap happy.
She is
she's
completely
just,
different.
yeah.
And every 5 minutes she says, like Mom will say, "Oh, good. I'm glad we're lying down because I'm tired." And Audrey keeps saying, "Well, we're not going to bed. We're just taking a rest."
Yeah.
Every time Mom says that,
That's gonna re-wake her up.
oh my God, Ted, don't do that.
Oh,
That's just for the camera.
God, I mean, I kind of.
Omaha is backyard bar.
What are you doing? What's wrong?
Hey, Scoop,
Where's your coat?
Ted?
how's the action?
Over here.
I don't know. Nothing too big in Salem lately.
You gotta tell those people, you know, you gotta rough them up a little bit.
Well, I had.
Why don't you throw a match around or something, you know?
I try, but I bring my lighter fluid to all the meetings. I had an Iranian threatening the Twin Lakes board that he was going to take his bowling alley right out of town. They didn't lower his taxes.
Oh, no. What? I'm
Yeah. He said,
No more squishies. No more squishies. No more squishies.
He said,
Regular customer.
if you want a bowling alley in your town, you will reconsider my tax bill. And he said, you're all business people here. And then he said, the guy said, now don't threaten us, you're threatening us. Don't threaten us, you're going to take the bowling alley out of town. I will do what I say, and it is no threat to anyone. So I wrote that up in my little article.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Those dot heads come over here, they don't pay taxes for 7 years because they got this small business. And then they bring their brother over and put it in his name, and he doesn't pay taxes for another 7 years.
And then they flush
And
their
he pays
toilets.
them the payola.
I went into this superette one night, the last night I will ever have stepped foot in that place, about 5-6 years ago.
But the Hindu hut?
The Hindu hut. I get a quart of Dean's skim milk, right? I go home.
And it had dots on it.
No pictures, please. No pictures. No pictures. I take it home. I go to pour a glass of milk. It comes out in chunks. I look at the date. This was in November, the tail end of November. The expiration date was September 19th.
That's why you gotta check your expiration
Buyer
dates.
beware.
Yep.
Was that caveat emptor?
Mike Brady.
Yeah, boy. People buy milk.
Yeah, Mike Brady penned that phrase.
Caveat emptor, buyer beware.
That was probably from some.
How about
old,
change your goddamn stock, you cheap son of a bitch? How's that?
I don't know the Latin for that one.
Stock.
my Latin's a little rusty. Okay, sing some songs. Play, sing.
Is Carrie still out there?
She's right here.
Did anyone ever get Carrie on camera?
Oh no, give me the camera.
That was the whole reason we were recharging the battery.
Oh no, that wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
We
that's
wanted to
never
get
the
songs.
reason.
Kiri was not the reason behind it. Believe me.
Sorry. McIntyre Sanders.
No, I know.
Just
Mom,
McIntyre.
I know. When she's just hogging the camera. I just won't give it up. Hogger.
No, I always did so.
Let's just leave that there.
Well, I was moving it back so you
Okay. Okay.
So stand Pongo up.
Get Wheezy on the phone. Get me Wheezy. Get his cell phone, Dad. I don't care where she is. I ain't scared of her. You got her number?
Uppy dog, downy dog, uppy dog, downy dog.
Won't be a bonfire
Hey,
without this
tell
man.
Carrie Jean where you live. Right here. Yep.
Wait a second. Come here for a second, Steve.
Yeah.
This is not Can you check over there and see if it's plugged into the battery pack?
Yeah, it is.
Hey.
Okay. Thanks.
Do you want to see where I live?
Yeah. Come show me. Tell me about it.
Well, I'll show you where I live.
Where is it?
In the street.
In where?
I'll walk you over there.
Okay. Okay.
And there are dogs in it like it's a house, and a bird like it's a house.
Yeah.
And we're pretending to do it like a house, and that there are lots of chairs and beds and upstairs and a really small house.
Yeah. Does Pongo live there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's a big dog.
How big is he?
This big. He's that big.
Wow, that's huge.
When he's only this big when he's sitting up. When he's standing down, he's this big.
Yeah. And what do you do if he gets scared out there?
Well, if he gets scared in the night, when he's just sleeping on my sleeping bag,
Yeah.
I put those sleeping bag is the cover, and if he gets scared, I put him under the covers with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's okay after that?
Yeah. And I tell him about things at night.
Doesn't that look cool? Yeah, it really does.
So,
What sort of things do you tell him about?
well, I tell him all about the big shadows and
What about the big shadows?
noises.
Tell me about the big shadows.
You can only do it at night.
What?
I couldn't believe
Do it
that.
at night.
The last night.
I don't know how
It is night.
Yeah, but we're pretending it's morning
Oh.
and it's day.
There's the
Already, and we bought, we got another one.
And that's all I can tell you about my house.
That's right.
Does anyone else live in the house with you?
Nope, it's just me and my dog.
Just you and your dogs?
Yeah.
What other dogs live there?
There's all Dalmatians and a polka dot dog and a dog without spots and a wolf pup and a bird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leave me in my bed. So, you want to come? Look how big my shadow is.
What?
Look how big my shadow is.
Where is your shadow?
Look how big my shadow is.
Where is it? Point to it. Why does it keep following you?
Because it's my shadow. It can't just stay in one place.
Why not?
used to be Fred. Hi, Audrey.
Hey, Dad. What? What's the difference between whiskey and bourbon?
I don't know.
You want to see Doggy's shadow?
Well, wait a minute. Yeah.
Look, that's the dog
One's
shadow.
blended and one isn't.
Look at dog
I
shadow.
think bourbon's blended.
Bourbon's blended.
But you can have a blended whiskey.
Yeah, Jack Daniels is blended. So what's Scott?
Well, bourbon isn't blended.
Jack Daniels is, okay, Jack Daniels is a whiskey, right?
Yeah, Carrie James.
So, Carrie Jane, do you want to come over in the house?
What?
Do you want to come over in the house?
Sure, I'll play house with you.
Then you can be the person that...
Hi, Audrey.
Audrey, go talk to Grandpa.
No.
Grandpa Matt.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Johnny O2.
No.
Hey, KJ, bring her over here, will you?
Yeah, I'll ship her over there.
No. when you have problems that were in the first one rather than the second one.
Oh, a movie was Pongo. Was Pongo a dog in the movie?
Right.
Oh, and so you thought that was a nice movie?
Yeah, and then
And you wanted to name Sugar Pongo. Well, I think that's a nice idea. That's a great idea.
No, I am gonna drive.
I'm more scared about the lake
Pardon?
falling in.
You just came out with it. Well, that was a good thing to come out with.
And the insurance company asked what kind of riders they had. the house. There's a bird in the house.
And there's a bird in the house, too?
Yeah, and the house can come apart.
Yeah, but now you get
There's
Now, how long have...
Come apart.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Well,
do a
what,
lot
does the
to
bird have a
the-
name?
The star manager. It's not going to lose 50 Early feet. bird Not in catches the the same worm.
Early bird catches the worm.
No, but I mean, let's say a rock is
And
able to
does
pull
it?
one of them
Does
out.
your
Well, then
early
they
bird
all
catch
start
the worm?
falling. Oh, I will not.
No?
It doesn't have kids.
It doesn't have kids.
That's a lot of rocks you got on there.
Okay.
You'd have to have like.
Well, how long have you
giant,
enjoyed dogs?
The
Pretty
lake
much
would
all
have
your
to
life?
rise about
Yeah,
like
but
50 feet or something. That's
Oh my
really-
good. That is going in our eyes, isn't it?
Well, like everybody be flooded
is,
out. It wouldn't
yeah.
matter anymore. You know, it'd be like in.
But you've liked dogs for a long time, huh?
I had the dog.
make sure someone
until
gets
I decided to get a bird.
Eric,
Oh.
take some movies
I
of Cara
got
Jane.
them until I got
Because
the
that's
bird.
one lesson I
And then you got the bird, then did you kind of forget about dogs when you got the bird? No, you still thought about dogs, huh? You still were a dog kind of fan. Right. You were still a fan of dogs. But now you're a fan of birds also?
And the other thing
Well, that's
was,
marvelous. And you like animals, don't you?
always
Yeah,
just, like,
and
get
the
pictures of
baby-
the kids.
And the
But
bird that I
people
have is a
really
baby.
always end up,
The
"Oh,
baby,
sure,
the
that's
bird you have
enough.
is a baby.
Look at John's face.
Is it a robin or a bluebird? What kind of bird is it?
A robin.
It's a robin. I see. Well, that's marvelous. And how long have you had this bird?
Okay, well, I guess I don't want to go because this is fun. Jeez.
You can stay overnight.
Well, no.
Quite a
but
while,
I
or
really, I see.
just
I
a
didn't
couple
go to
weeks,
bed
or-
last night, so I really.
A couple weeks?
You can go down the lake house.
Well, that's good. And where did you get the bird?
We haven't even sung the house.
McDonald's? I thought they had.
Mick O'Donnell's.
Oh, Mick O'Donnell's. I thought they had hamburgers at. Oh, Mick O'Donnell's.
Because you know, old McDonald's,
Yeah.
it gets confused.
Oh, old McDonald's? Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Do you go there a lot?
I'm not
Yeah, you
using
guys
it.
gotta
Yeah, that would be a nice place to
Hey.
Yeah, I know.
Terry,
I know.
go. Chicken McNuggets and French fries at old McDonald's?
Yeah.
Well, where, I thought you got those at McDonald's. I'm getting all confused here.
Audrey, you should take Grandpa to see Grandpa Mac to see the
you have
tent.
to get Bob and Jeffy before they leave.
Well, sure, I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I'll get them.
Well, we're-
Live, trap live.
Trap live.
And the trap.
Okay, you can do that.
Oh, who's gonna enter?
Bye.
Here we are.
Trap.
All right,
We're going now.
favorite bonfire memory.
Favorite bonfire memory.
Traps are leaving. It's 10 p.m. 4 hours later. The traps actually go home.
It only takes 2 hours to say goodbye.
Right. Right. Well, don't leave till I get back. I'm just going on a tour.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Too many good bonfires. No
Too many
favorite one.
bonfires. Many
Yeah.
good bonfires.
Okay.
You can never have enough bonfires.
That's right.
Words to live by.
That's right.
Well, I want to see the house.
There's the puppy.
What can you say? Yes.
Ooh.
All right.
I think it was really memorable the night we kind of stayed out there all night and the kids were bringing us burnt
brought
toast for
burnt
breakfast.
toast.
And cold coffee.
Cold coffee.
Don't forget the cold coffee.
But
We
orange
really
juice.
worked hard on that.
And I didn't even drink coffee then.
Now interview me and Carrie. Thanks. Nothing I can consume.
I'm here tonight with KJ McIntyre, also called KJY2K.
Compliant.
Yes,
Very much
very,
compliant.
yes. At one of our bonfires, she made a comment which is, you remember this comment, don't you, Gary? Which is often quoted. Recently was just quoted here in our conversation. Do you remember what was going through your head when you thought up that little comment? Let me give you a little background. There was a lack of firewood, and we had to go next door to the neighbors.
Steal some from the bigger
Steal
and better.
Yes, let her tell the story.
And as
Daddy Mac, also known as Johnny O2, was describing that, you know, we just needed some 2x4s to get the fire going.
Wood burns.
And he said some words to live by, which were, you can never have enough 2x4s.
Yes. And Carrie, of course, responded with,
words to live by.
Words to live by, indeed. Thank you very much, Carrie.
Good. Howling?
We don't have coyotes.
What else?
The last ever.
No problem.
Thanks for having it.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, that's right. I didn't eat
My
that.
pleasure.
Hey, wait a minute, Jeffy.
What?
Bob.
Yes. Yes.
Hasta la vista.
Rubber Yes, we should just sing one song for old times' sake.
Yeah.
All right.
Not quite
Goodbye.
No, we really have.
Yeah, we do.
The song is. My mother used to love this song.
The song remains the same.
Most
I have to
kids
catch my breath here just a second. No, I got to turn this up a little.
No, I know.
Oh, shut up.
Remember Long Tall Texas?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I
you
sang
can
it
sing
before.
it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You did?
Oh no, not Long Tall Texan. I sang Ragtime Cowboy Joe.
Oh.
Ragtime Cowboy Joe.
I like Wiley. Did
No,
someone
I'm
play the
like-
guitar?
Yeah, see?
I don't remember.
Yeah, Terry did.
What?
Terry, can you play Long Tall Texan on the guitar?
No, but Mom can. She was playing it before.
It's just
Well,
an A and
where
an
is she?
E, isn't it?
She was wanting to play it, but you weren't here yet.
But I'm here now.
I know.
Oh, we didn't notice you.
Well, I can't believe that, but I mean, where is she?
So quiet, you just
I
snuck
gotta go
in.
see what she's doing. Hold on.
Because that's the one I'd love to do. What? I know. I saw her house.
Isn't that
Oh
great?
my! And you know what? Guess who unzipped the door?
Who?
Audrey.
You did?
Audrey.
That's kind of
All
a
Ted-
by myself.
Ted said, "Do you need help there, Audrey?" And he stooped over to help her, and no, she did not.
Nope.
She zipped it right open.
Because only big people can camp.
Yep. Little
Owen,
people can't.
oh,
camp.
Audrey, can Owen do that? No. No. Why can't Owen do it? He's too little. It's only for big people.
It's true.
We're
Let's
motoring.
move out of the smoke, Audrey. Let's
Yeah.
move
Hey.
over here.
Why don't we tape your memory?
So this is the front yard. Not as it was when we were growing up, of course. Those bushes weren't there. There were those hostas. And there's the front of the house. Of course, when we were growing up, there were a lot more of those scraggly bushes around. Those scraggly bushes. Oh, they don't look so scraggly anymore. But that's the thing. Everything looks better now that we don't live here anymore. Oh, there's a tree.
View?
The view is a big reason for the move. Because who wants to wake up and look at that? And all the traffic, the noise, the fruit
The Shore Acres Motel.
ranch, the... Oh God, how can you leave that behind? Good old Shore Acres.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. And the traffic. All the traffic. Here we have the dumpster again. Look at that dumpster. Won't be seeing that every morning.
Those diesel trucks.
Ah, no, if only we could get the aroma on the camera. Wouldn't that be something? Ah, the fresh garbage. Phew.
So this is one of the reasons we planted bushes.
Good thinking.
So we wouldn't have to see it.
So, all right, so let's go, and there's the front of the house. Oh, like a bug on me.
And then it'll be sad to leave the Binghams.
Yes, sad.
Less sad to leave the Applebee's.
Not so sad. It's tricky to get rockin' with it.
their lawn is always so long, it makes ours look like it's always mowed.
The one good thing about the Applebee's. Well, it seems like you might kind of have a neighbor like that at the new house.
And here are the trees that are the reason we always have to call a rotor man.
Yep. And there used to be a hole in the ground that I would have just tripped in, but apparently that's been covered up. What were you saying about Mary Jo?
Well, Mary Jo, this used to be covered with grass, and Mary Jo dug it out.
Cool.
We since said, this is really a nice feature.
It's very nice. Very nice. And there's the front porch. So should we go in the house?
And the deck.
And the deck.
And the nice blue spruce.
And the nice blue spruce.
And the Applebee's.
And once again, the Applebee's. And more bushes. Gee, I wonder why those are there.
Well, see if you can figure out.
Mom's house, Applebee's. Ah. It all starts to make sense.
Worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
This year they're finally really taking off.
Well, the new owners, they'll get the benefit.
Yeah, this year when they finally start producing.
It's really a pretty effective barrier, and as it grows in even more, it'll be really nice. Really won't be able to see the Applebee's.
If I were to.
You want to go in the front yard again?
Yeah, we'll walk up the little flags, the little stone.
Oh, okay. Well, let me get this tree.
Or, wait, maybe we should do the outside while it's still light out.
Yeah, let's do the outside. Now, who gave you this tree?
That tree, well, it was Ted, and I think Terry helped pitch in too. I think that was all of you kids.
I don't think it was me.
Okay, then it wasn't you, but it was. There's a frog hopping over there.
Ah! Mosquitoes are driving me nuts.
Where's the frog?
Well, he hopped in here, I don't know.
And this is where the tower used to be. Remember the old red tower? And the big tire in the ground was right about there, I think. And over there, right in there, was the white little playhouse. So, but that tree, it was a lot smaller, and now it's big. Like, that's how trees go.
Let's get the garage.
Okay.
Falling down.
And it was it wasn't a two-car
garage, and this was a flat roof sort of patio that fell apart.
Once again, the theme of look how much nicer it is now that the kids don't live here. And that Mom married somebody who can fix things. Oh yeah, Mom planted lots of pretty plants after we moved out.
Yeah.
She had some time
a lot
then.
of the pretty plants are here. And Kelly, I was thinking, like Audrey.
Door opener. Look at that go. Didn't have that when we were kids.
No.
Sirree Bob.
We just had to dig the door open all the time. It didn't work.
Right. Whoa, says Owen. Nice garage.
Oh, yeah, it's much nicer than the garage we're moving to.
Oh, yes, that's hi, peonies.
A couple of peonies with me. Well, if I have time, I'm going to dig one out.
Goodbye, herb garden.
I just can't remember what color.
Oh. Goodbye, flower garden.
Yeah, well, everything kind of got weedy this year.
Oh, well, you know. Goodbye, lilac bushes. Those got a lot bigger. Jeez, I don't remember those being there at all.
Shoot back instead of into the sun.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking before.
Bye. Can you say bye? Bye, Bonfire. Bye-bye. Yes, you blew it out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this is over in a microburst last year. That's the
groundhog hole and tree that fell over. Oh, that's what's left of the tree that fell over. Those are like the roots that came up out of the ground when the tree tipped over. And that tree used to be bigger, and we had a swing off of it.
Yeah, and then another windstorm blew it down. Or lightning hit it. I can't remember
Something
which.
happened.
One of the two.
Ow. And this is the tree that, oh, you can't even see it anymore. But that tree back there, there's an apple tree in there that got hit by lightning, but it didn't die. It just decided to lie down on the ground and keep growing.
Blown over by the wind.
Oh, it got blown over by the wind.
Lies on the ground, but then it started growing upward again.
Yeah, so, but you can't really see the trunk anymore. Ooh, barrel. Of course, when I lived here, I don't know about the rest of you, but when I lived here, it was way up. Well, it was where the tower used to be. It was underneath the tower.
These are where swimming pools used to be.
Yes, and these pits, swimming pools used to be there. Now that's the bonfire pit, and that's the herb garden. Mom said she's sad to leave the black walnut trees. I guess those are, she wanted me to get the 2 black walnut trees, so those must be them. And the crabapple tree. It does, it's beautiful flowers.
An Austrian
fir,
nice. I think so.
Blue spruce.
Yeah. Or Colorado spruce.
Colorado spruce.
About 5 years ago.
Crabapple tree.
See, Kelly, I bought this tree for $1.
Wow.
I got that tree for $1. It was a little tiny tree, and
5 years
look
ago.
how big it is. Yeah. Well, maybe 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
6 or 7 years ago. And look how big it is. And it's a red maple. It's going to
Red
be
maple.
beautiful.
Someday, but we won't be here to see it.
Get this big panoramic view of how nice these yards look. Okay, I'll put your shoe on.
This is the backyard. There's Audrey in the backyard. That's not a very nice view, but Mom said she'll miss the pretty sunsets in the backyard. That's true, you do get pretty sunsets, but she'll have even prettier sunrises over the lake. Oh, look, I love that lake view. And this is the willow tree, where we used to have our kid meetings. And Mary Jo and Ted and I used to swing on the branches, and I suppose the younger kids probably did too, after a while. And Bingham's yard. Yeah! And this is a rabbit hutch, you say?
Yeah, don't you remember when Hank used to have chickens and rabbits?
Oh,
back
I
here?
remember the chickens. I remember there being a chicken coop.
Yeah, he had rabbits too.
Oh, I don't remember the rabbits. Well, you won't...
Grandpa's friends from Chicago or the Chicago suburbs used to come and buy rabbit from...
Oh, really?
Yeah, so a bunch of woodchucks live under there too.
Yeah, there used to be chickens in there. Hank at least used to do stuff with the,
he did.
with this stuff. Ricky doesn't do anything. And this right here, that's where the cherry tree was.
There was a cherry
tree that got hit by lightning. And that's the tree that we used to have our, that used to be our house when we would play. We would climb up in there, and that was our house. Oh, and we used to take the cherries off and throw them in the chicken coop, and the chickens would go nuts. They love those cherries.
Get the crabapple?
And there's the crabapple tree, and the crabapple tree used to be our office. We'd climb up in there and sit on certain branches, and those were our offices. For me, Mary Jo, and Ted, I don't know about you little three, what you guys did.
And get how nice and
Is there a
long
tree?
the backyard is. That's another reason I want to move. I don't want to keep mowing a big yard.
Big reason for moving right here. Mom mowed the yard for the last time ever today.
And Florence Bingham came over on a riding mower and helped me.
And Florence Bingham came over on the riding mower and helped, probably for the first time ever.
Not for the...
Oh, they have? Oh, okay, I didn't know that. So, blackberry bushes back there, and
Yeah, let's go way back.
the theater used to be where those apartments are.
You hardly ever sneak through the fence. But you did.
And we would sneak through the fence every once in a while, just because the popcorn smelled so good. And we wanted to buy some. And,
You worked there once.
oof, I worked there for 2 weeks. It was horrible. I would keep...
At one time, the Mid-City was going to have a road there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why they were buying that property, but now the Binghams own it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and see how pretty they made it, almost like a park back here. They come back here and walk out here, like Terry and Florence.
So I guess I didn't know that the theater owned this land before.
They were buying it up, and because their plan was to have another outlet to the theater,
Oh.
another road, but then they
So they
couldn't
didn't
buy
talk
any